Hello friends, welcome to my channel, myself Parag Jambulkar. In this video, we will see how to search in a web table. So see here, I have opened this web page. Now see on this web page, we have this table, right? This is a scrollable web table. That means we have to scroll, right? Now what we have to do in this web table, we have to search how many times this mark has appeared. So see, this is one time, then it is second time, right? And again we'll check. Okay, so only two times he has appeared, right? Mark has appeared two times. Now we know this, but we want this answer from our Selenium program, right? And one more challenge here is this table is scrollable, right? So it is not just a static data, it is scrollable. So we have to scroll to get the number of entries in this table, right? So this is challenge in this table. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay, now see, already here I have written code to launch browser, and in the browser I am opening this website. Okay, now next thing, we have to locate this table, right? So what we'll do, we will inspect. Okay, so see, so if I take this, then only one, this part is getting selected, right? If I take on table, so this complete table is getting selected. Just a minute. If I take on this table, so it is selecting complete table, right? But see, one thing is here, this scrollable part is here only, right? This is not the scrollable part. Scrollable part is here only, right? So again, we'll go one step further. So see, if I take on this div, so see, now it is a scrollable part, right? Only it is selecting the scrollable part, right? Now for this purpose, we have to find out some locator. Okay, so we'll go to selector sub. Okay, now see, already it is selected, right? So when I clicked here, when I select this, so this table is also selected, right? Now I want locator for this. So in this case, what we'll do, we'll select CSS selector. Reason is because see, again afterwards we have to scroll this also, right? So better we'll use CSS selector. See, already I have created one video, there we have seen how to scroll a table. For that purpose we require CSS selector code, CSS selector locator. Now see here, this is CSS selector code, right? So directly I am copying. Also we can create this CSS selector code, okay? Directly by identifying this we can create it. Now I'm directly taking it for the selector sub. You can also create it. Okay, so see, one element matching and it is getting selected, right? So this means this CSS selector code is pointing, is locating this table, right? Now see, one more thing is important here. Now see, what we want to access these values, right? Means Mark, Jacob, Larry, this value from this column I want to access values, not all, only this column I want to access, right? Now see, uh, here see, this is CSS selector code, right? This is pointing this complete table. Now I want to point this part only, right? What we can do, so this is a one tag, right? Now we'll go inside that table. See, when it is XPath, then to find out inner tag, so for that purpose we give this symbol, right? But in CSS selector, what we have to do, we have to put space. See, this code is pointing to the whole table. Now inside the table I want this part only, right? So see, let us see. So it is showing 18 element matching, but we don't want 18 elements. Here we have written code to select this table, and in that table we want this part only, right? Now see, so it is selecting all, right? But we don't want all, we want this column only, right? So what we'll do, young child, okay, and we'll pass some parameter. Let us see. So 0 element matching, let's see, 1, again 0 element matching, 2. Okay, now we got this, right? We got this column. See, if I take this third one, so this column is getting selected. If I make it 4, so this column is getting selected, right? I want this one, right? I want this one, so we'll take second. Okay, so 6 elements are matching. Why 6 elements? Because see here you can see this Mark, Jacob, Larry, Mark, Jacob, Larry, right? So these 6 elements are getting selected. Now you may wonder why this name, this first, this is also the part of this column, but why it is not getting selected? Because we have mentioned TD, and for the first they have used this TH tag. Okay, that's why it is not getting selected. Here we have mentioned TD only, right? Here we have mentioned TD. That's why we are getting result from here, mark only. Okay. So see, by this we have selected this column, right? And we require this column only because see, we have to search how many times this mark has appeared. Okay. Again, see, if you have doubts, again I will repeat. See, what we want to find out this table, right? So see, when I select here, so this complete table is getting selected, right? See, here you can see complete table is getting selected. Now see, so directly also I can create CSS selector code. Okay, so by using the class name dot, if I do dot and this class complete class name, so this table will get selected. I am taking from the selector sub. Okay, here I am copying it. Okay, so if I paste here, so see this complete table is getting selected. Okay, why I am not taken table? Because see, when I take this cursor over this table, so it is selecting other part also, but I want this scrollable part. Scrollable part is here only, so that's why I have selected this div. Okay, then we got this CSS selector code to select this table. Now I don't want this complete result, I want this column only, right? So for that purpose, what I have done, space. Okay, space, then TD. Okay, if I press enter, so all this part is getting selected. See why? Because for all these elements TD is used, right? Here you can see for all this part TD tag is used. Here you can see in body, here TD is used, right, for all. But we want to select only this part, right? Now see when I press enter, so all are getting selected, but we want this column only. So for that we have to find out nth child. We have to use nth child, colon n dash child. Okay, and here I have to pass one parameter, I have to pass index. So if I do 0 0 element, 1 0 element, and 2, now it is getting selected, right? 6 element matching, and this column is getting selected, right? So now we got locator for that column. Okay, so first we have identified this table, and now inside the table we have identified this column. Okay, so I have selected this table. Okay, now what we'll do, first we'll print all the values in the table. Okay, we'll try this. Now see, there are 6 web elements, right? 6 web elements, not one, there are 6 web elements. So to save this we require list, because it is not a single web element, it is a collection, it is a more web elements are there. So see, web element. Okay, I will give name L is equal to driver dot find elements. See, find elements, because there are more web elements, right? So we have to find elements by dot. Now we are using CSS selector code. Okay, so in double code we will paste it. Okay, so that we have done, we'll put semicolon at the end. Okay, now see, it is showing red line, so we'll import package for this java.util and this web element. Okay, so we imported everything. Now see, we want to print this all the elements, right? We'll do one thing, we'll print first size. Okay, control space enter, L dot size. So what it will return, it will return how many elements are there. Okay, how many elements are there in L. So it should be 6, right? We have seen here that it should be 6 elements are matching, and there are 6, right? We should get 6. Let us see, we should get that answer. It should be 6. Okay, see, we got answer 6, right? Means we are getting that output. We have one more thing that we will add here, driver dot quit, because see, we are not interested in that web page. Okay, just Once we get the result, it should get closed. Okay. Now see what I want. I want to print all the value. First thing that we'll do, we'll print all these values, and afterwards I will change the code to just print or to count how many times mark is there. Now what I will do, I will print all these values in this column. Okay, so first thing that we'll do. Okay, so see, we'll apply for loop, and for this I am applying enhance for loop. So for web element I colon from the L. Now what is the meaning of this? See, we are running this loop for every element I in this L. Means see, in L what is the size? 6, right? So 6 times this loop will run. This loop will run 6 times. That is the meaning of this enhanced for loop. I is what? It is a web element. So for every I in this L, this loop will run. Okay. Now see, we want to print value of I. Okay, so see, sy so control space enter, and I want to print text written there, right? So get text, that method will call. Okay, now see, again we'll run our code. Now see, here is the trap. How many results are there? 6, but how many values are printed? Only 3. See, how many values are there? 6, right? But how many rows are printed? How many values are printed? Only 3. Why only 3 are printed? Here you can see it is printed only 3. See, again I am copying this. Here we will check it. See, we got only 3. Reason is only these 3 are visible, right? Only these 3 are visible. To get other values we have to scroll, then only we will get other values. But on the top there are only 3 values. Only 3 values are shown, and because of that we got result this 3. Only 3 are printed. But see, suppose we want to search how many times this mark is appeared. So it will show only one, right? Because it will find out only these 3 values, and if you count how many times mark has appeared, so we'll get result only one. Okay, that is incorrect, right? So in that case what we have to do, we have to scroll table, right? We have to scroll and we have to count. Now see how to do this. How to do this, that we'll see. So what we will do, I will first apply condition. If this I is displayed, if this I is displayed, then we have to print this value, right? If I is displayed, then we have to print that value. I is not displayed, then else part. What we have to do in else part, if I is not displayed, then we have to scroll that table, right? Then I have to write code to scroll that table, and then we have to print. We have to do this if it is not displayed, then we have to scroll that table, right? So see how to scroll this table. So again, simple thing. See, here we have find out this code to identify this complete table, right? Afterwards we have selected only this column, but see now if I press, so this complete table is getting selected, right? So this is css selector code to select this complete table. Now see how to scroll this. So already see, in one video we have seen how to scroll web table. Okay, here, so see, I have copied this css selector code to point to locate this complete table. Now see, we will go to console. Here we will type document dot query selector, in round bracket, in single quote. Here we will paste it. Okay, now see, so by this it has selected this complete table, right? Now we want to scroll, right? Dot scroll top, so it will scroll to the top, means it will go downwards. See, it is like this, right? Is equal to, suppose if I make 50, so see, it has scrolled down, right? So by this code, this it will get scrolled, right? Now what we'll do, So see, we can put bigger values also. I am taken 50 only. So see, if it is a big table, so what we'll do, we'll scroll and we'll check whether it is displayed or not. If it is not displayed, again we'll scroll. Okay, likewise we'll do. So I have taken 50. Now see, here we have to write code to scroll that web table. Okay, so see, JavaScript, so that will do. Here we'll put it outside. This JavaScript code, right? So we have to use JavaScript executor JS is equal to JavaScript executor driver. Okay, so basically we are typecasting this driver to this class JavaScript executor. Okay, so we have to import package for it. Okay, so that we have done. Now see here, we will write js dot execute script. Okay, so we require only one parameter. One parameter is sufficient. In double quote, we will paste it. Okay, so this code will scroll by 50. Right now, see, and here we will print it. Okay, so see, we are scrolling and again we are printing. So see, previously when we run the code, so how many values we got? 3. Again we will run our code. So see, now we got 4, right? Previously it was 3, but now we got 4. But actually we want 6. See, so why we got 4 only? Because we have scroll just by 50, right? So now we are getting 4 values. Right? Now we got 4 values, but we want 6 values, right? So again we have to scroll. So we have to write code to continuously scroll if that web element is not displayed, right? So for that purpose, what we'll do, this 50, okay, so 50 will increase this time. So what we'll do, we'll define one variable here. So see, integer scroll count is equal to, okay, initially we'll make it 50 and later on we'll increase it, right? And here we'll create one string scroll code, something like this. Scroll is equal to, okay, and whatever this code is there, okay, whatever this string is there, so control X. Okay, so here in double quote I am pasting. Okay, so that thing I have done, and this scroll will mention here. This string here will mention, right? Now what I want, every time this 50 should get changed, right? So next time more 50, again next time again more 50, right? So what we'll do here, I'm removing this 50, okay, plus this scroll count. Okay, so see, this time 50, next time 100, after that 150, after that 200, like likewise I want. Okay, once it is done, so again after that again we have to scroll, right? So scroll count will increase it by 50. Scroll count will increase it by 50. Means once it is scrolled by 50, next time again we'll scroll it by 50. If it is not displayed, so again each time we are scrolling it 50 times more, right? So that thing we are doing. Okay, now see, again we'll run our code. Let us see if it is working or not. Now see, we got all the 6 values, right? Mark, Jacob, Larry, Mark, Jacob, Larry. So all 6 values we got. So see what we have done. We are scrolling by 50. See, if it is not displayed, then we are scrolling. But again, next time, see, one time we scroll, so we got 4 values because that 50 was not sufficient, right? And we are not knowing how much table is bigger, right? So if you know that 100 or 200 is sufficient, so we can write that much only. Here we have mentioned 50. If we know that table is short, so 100, 200, that is sufficient. But see, if that table is very big, so in that situation, what logic we have to apply? we have to scroll, we have to check, we have to scroll, and then we have to check whether it is displayed or not. We have to scroll until we get all the elements, right? So that logic here we are applying. So that's why that scrolling count also we are increasing by 50-50, right? So that thing we have done. So what is the result that we got? All the values that we got. Now see, our main motive was how many times mark has appeared in that column, right? So here we have appeared, it is appeared 2 times, right? But we want that result in our code. So see, slightly we will change our code. Now see, here we will mention, see, we don't want to print now. What we want, if it is marked, then we'll count that value, right? So see here, one more integer I will take, integer count, okay, and initially we'll make it 0. Okay, now see, if that I dot get text equals mark, okay, if it is a mark, so in that case what it should do, it should increment the value of count, right? If it is equals mark, then it should count, right? Count should get incremented. Again same thing we have to do here also, right? So same code here also, instead of this printing this value on the screen, we have to mention here also, right? So see, if it equals mark, then we will increment the value of count plus. If it is displayed, if it is not displayed, then we have to scroll, and again we will check. If it equals mark, then again we have to increment the value of this count. Here we'll put one message, we'll print the value of count, control space enter, and in double quote we'll mention the number of times mark has appeared, okay, is equal to, and that value of count here we will mention, right? Now see, we will run our code. Okay, see, so number of times mark has appeared is equal to 2, right? So that's the result that we were expecting, and that correct result we got. I will provide this code in my blog post, and that blog post link I will provide in description box. From there you can take this code. So friends, I hope you like this video. If it is, click on like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notification of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.